Bitches, what's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
Good morning. Good morning. What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? What is going on? Oh, hello, Amazon bag. Sorry, that was throwing me off, guys. Dr. Feelgood. It has been a long, long minute. Very busy season. I'll be back as soon as I can, promise. No worries, sir. Come back anytime. I'm just here. I'm just here doing this simple little thing live most every mornings by myself because I've been completely abandoned by all co-hosts. No one can hang with me for very long. Um, and yeah, got some friends in the chat. Pop in. We've been a little light the last week or two, so I've been trying to. Dylan's always here. Love you, buddy. I've been trying to engage a little bit more online, but at the same time, I'm trying to pull back from all that stuff. So it's the tension of life, it's life balance, it's all those things. Um, so it just is what it is. And I'm fine with it, kind of. I'm kind of fine with it. Like it's hard for me to like sit up here and just like do this. Good morning, David. What's up, buddy? I don't feel like your name changes every time. Um, but yeah, we're here. We're doing it. It is Wednesday. Wednesday. It is already Wednesday. April 29th. Month's almost over. We are looking down the barrel of the last couple of pages here and a new theme of the month. Good morning, MP. Been extremely busy but productive week. Yep. Understand, man. All good. Check in, say hi, and let's just make this a quick one and get on to those days of being busy. And April, May, that's the season, right? You spend the first month or two of the year just recovering from the holidays, kind of picking yourself back up, maybe have some resolutions, maybe some life changes. And you spend another month or two getting through the first part of the year and shaking it all off. And then here we are into the grind season. We're in the grind season, y'all. And then summer's gonna hit, and those little kiddos are gonna be on break looking to mom and dad to entertain them for hours and hours on end. Guys, I did it again. I made notes. I don't know if it's good or bad or what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna read it, stick to it, what, but I just like grabbed a piece of scrap paper. There's a pile of it right next to me, and I just jotted down some little notesies, some little notesy poos when I had a little time to think about it. Um, I think it makes sense. I probably should do it. There's always some stuff that I want to talk about, but as I get going on my rant, um, you know, who knows where stuff goes. So let's run down the day yesterday and how my parenting and my life journey went after the reading yesterday. Speaking of what was the reading yesterday, do you really care? That was the reading yesterday. That sparked some stuff yesterday, which was cool. I liked Oslop's point of view of, obviously you can't just not care about everything. That your house would fall into disarray, your business would fall apart. There's just balance to this, right? Like for me in business, I spend a lot of my time managing expectations of my clients of, there's what's that thing? There's like the little meme or the little slider thing that says like, you can have it fast, you can have it cheap, or you can have it, done right. Pick two, or like when they slide one, another one slides away. I like that. So I spend a lot of my time doing that. I spend a lot of my time speaking with my subcontractors. They're asking me a question or a way to do something, or how to get a wire or a pipe from here to there. A lot of my time is spent, well, what would you do? What's the easiest path? What's the most expensive path? Let's just go over the options. And on some clients I make the decision myself. On other clients, it is a very much a, you gotta just stop. I know you're trying to like get it all done today, but you gotta stop. You gotta give me a minute. I gotta talk to my client, my designer, and figure out like what path they want to go. Do they want to spend a little bit more money and make it look better, or are they cool with the easy path of travel, um, and not spending money? So a lot of that translates into parenting. A lot of that translates into the readings of not making a big deal out of everything, not sweating the small stuff, that kind of stuff. So, little bit about my day yesterday. Had a couple of little parenting, journeys as we do every single day. Got through work pretty quick and easy, which is the plan for Tuesdays. Get home early. Was able to message my wife, let her know that I was going to be home early, and we went and got our favorite lunch, our little sushi spot right around the corner from our house, which is great. We have a standing order there. Like we know what we want every time. We don't even need to see the menu. Uh, there's one waitress in particular who has our order memorized because for a while we were coming in every Friday. So that's always good, when that decision is just like off the table. You're just like, honey, food? Question mark, sushi? Question mark, and then you get a yes, and it's like done. You already know what's happening that hour. And then we popped over to Home Depot because I needed to return the pressure regulator that I bought, um, buy a new toilet handle part because one of my kids, no one will admit who did it, snapped off the plastic arm. My guess is the chain got stuck, and they were pushing up and down on the lever too hard, and they snapped the plastic arm just right off. Good morning, Brian. What's up, buddy? I did. You did what? You snapped the toilet arm off? That'd be weird, dude. Um, so went and grabbed that, and then we on our weekend away, we saw these like little plants or flowers that seem to attract hummingbirds. And my wife was looking them up. She's like, those would be cute for our backyard, da 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 da. So went into Home Depot and tried to find them. Got some other plants. And then like, my wife loves hummingbirds and butterflies, but hates bees. I mean, she just doesn't like bees. Like, I don't know if anyone really likes bees. I bet there are people that do, but she's not a fan of them. I could care less. They don't bother me. And so she's using ChatGPT to like take pictures of plants, find out the name, find out how easy they are to grow, where they grow, all that kind of stuff. And then the next question is like, do they attract bees? And funny enough, we were looking for one specific plant that we didn't really find, but then she really liked this other one that was like half the price or a quarter of the price of the one we were looking at or looking for. And she's like, well, I'm just going to get this. Cause I had told her, like, hey, we don't have like topsoil, we don't have fertilizer. Like, we don't really have time for this. This was just supposed to be like a quick run. I gotta go get, Brooklyn from school. And so she's just like, "Well, I just wanna grab something. I'm not leaving the plant depot without something." So she grabs this pretty flower, that she liked. Um, and as we're driving back, literally, like, she puts it into ChatGPT and, like, it's like, "Oh, bees love this. This is like the the one of the plants that bees just love the most." And so it went from like, we're putting this in our backyard, around our pool so that we can look at a little beauty, to we're going to stick this one in the front yard by the driveway and the trash cans. Cracked me up. Uh, so we got the date done. Tuesday date has been a thing for us, Tuesday or Wednesday. Um, Wanted to send out a reminder to all the fellas in here. date your wives, get it done, find the time, um, make the time, you can, you want to, even like little middle of the day stuff, take her out to lunch, take her out to Home Depot, spend a little money. Mother's Day was the next thing on my list. Guys, Mother's Day is coming up. I don't know what day it is. It's usually like the Mother's Day 2026, Sunday the 10th. Ooh, we are less than 2 weeks out, fellas. Get it done, right? Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. That's wild. I'm screwed. So y'all might be too. Really should like have you know, a, a month reminder. Like if you want to get anything, custom jewelry, custom, pictures, stuff like that, like you're very much running out of time. I think I'm gonna go, if I can remember to do this, I think I'm gonna go with a canvas print of our, most recent family picture. Probably one that we did on Christmas cards. I don't know if it's that one. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go that route. We haven't done a full like canvas print of our family picture in a really long time. So the ones on our walls right now are pretty outdated. So that's kind of been what's been on my mind lately. What's your go-to for Mother's Day, gentlemen? But yeah, don't forget, easy thing. Get your kids involved. Do some sort of card or art or something like that. Ask local artists. Great turnaround time. That's not a bad idea. We had it was like on one of these things on Instagram or TikTok that my wife saw, but we had someone like I'm pretty sure it was paint, but like paint our portrait of the family. That was kind of cool. We like it. You send them pictures of like each person in like a different outfit or like one single family picture. It was cute. We like it a lot. Um, Someone actually came over to our house recently and was asking about it. So that's why that came up. Um, And then the conversation, there was a conversation with my wife that was coming up where it was like, I've been pretty busy at work. I've been asking her to help me out on some stuff. I'm kind of a little pushed to my max right now with 4 projects, and then also like trying to train her on some stuff and work on a couple of these pickup lists from old projects. I don't have anything new or big or you know ready to sign up or anything. So when these 2 new little projects end, I'm gonna be back to just my 2 main ones that are running for the next, well, one's going for another 9 months and the other one's going for about another 6 or 7 months. They might actually both go to 9 months because one's a little bit slower and one's a little faster. But all that to say is I'm busy right now. I won't be busy then, so I need to find work, but I'm struggling to find that time to find work and keep this balance where I'm at home more, spending more time and focus with my wife and kids. And so, yesterday's a prime example where I didn't work as much and I was home more. So it's got a good and it's got a bad. So she was, bringing up that her mom friends were, not complaining a little bit, but just making note that both their husbands have been doing a little bit more overtime and I've been doing a little less work. So it's like, where's the balance? It's hard to find. Um, yeah, that was something I wanted to bring up. The other thing was, oh, my workouts, right? So daily workouts have been a thing for me again. Um, Yesterday was I made a whole bunch of decisions to do something else other than work out. There's so much time yesterday that I had to work out and I didn't. So I ended up doing it at 8:05 in the evening and my bedtime is 8 o'clock. So that was difficult for me. I'm awake and live and ready to go. Took notes and everything. I cranked through the reading and journaling today. But as I reflect back, all of the decisions to put off working out were based in going on a date with my wife, playing video games with my son, uh, taking my son and my wife to his soccer game, his first soccer game of this little season here. Uh, being home early to pick up the kids. Bailey had a swim meet, so Amy went to the swim meet, and I picked up the little ones. Um, Bailey, did she crush it? I don't know if she crushed it. She had a PR and she made it into the league finals in one of her strokes. I believe it was the butterfly. So she has one more round of this season's swim. I believe one more round of it on Thursday, which is cool, but also makes life busy because Bentley's soccer is on Thursday, his second game. So we might have to divide and conquer, which is a bummer. You always want to support all the kids, um, doing all the stuff. But yeah, she's very nervous. I think I heard conversation between her and mom as I was walking up to bed that she doesn't want to do it. So that's tough. I think she was having a very exhausted, she's pushing herself real hard to compete. And I think as she gets out of the pool, she's very much like smoked. Um, so yeah, that's where she's at. It's a little bit of a boy situation going on, which mom and I were kind of talking about. Um, and then Bailey kind of was like, "No, that boy has a girlfriend. That's not what you think it is." So I'm kind of interested to get the recap on the conversation that happened after mom left to take Brooklyn to dance class and I went to bed. So that was Bailey. Brooklyn's got a new enemy, so that's fun. That's always enjoyable as a parent to hear. You pick your daughter up to school and she jumps in the car and she's like explaining to you about how some girl gave her a look and like all this like we don't like each other or whatever it is. She bumped me and I said sorry, but then she said I'm not sorry. So just like girl, can you just let's bring it to the reading. Dang, 19 minutes. I'm not even close to the I'm not even, I'm like here on the page, bro. Um, do you really care? Can you just like not I tried all of this with Brooklyn in the car yesterday. Like, is it really that important? Do you really want to let her get to you? Um, Brooklyn is my struggle bus when it comes to stuff like this. And she calls me out and she says very much, which I have gone on record saying as well to like try to help diffuse the situation a little bit. But she very much says, like, I am your daughter. You made me this way. And I'm like, oh, so you're using like the thing against me. That's so great. But yeah, everything I try, it doesn't seem to land. She very much has a rebuttal on what why she feels the way she feels and how this girl should not be looking at her. Like, who does she think she is? Like, kind of stuff. And I'm like, honey, let it go. Just let her look at you. Like, you don't know what's going on in her life. She could be jealous of you for some reason. She could be, just one of the she could be that bitch. She could just be that girl. She could be having a hard time at home, like you don't know what you don't know. And she just was very much like, "No, she that bitch. Don't look at me." And sometimes it like cracks me up, like the things that she says and the way that she says it. Um, that I get pulled out of parent mode and I just start laughing. So yeah, that was a good time. Dang, like seriously. Oh, well, the other thing was the little balloon trick. I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Instagram. I know all of you do actually, but do this little like you take PVC pipe, cut it, put a balloon around it, and then blow into the one end of the PVC pipe. The balloon fills up, and as it deflates, the sound that goes through the tube uh, is like a foghorn, and it's really cool. The bigger the pipe, or at least we did 2 pipe sizes, but the bigger pipe did a much louder one. Like, it literally, like, no one can talk around it. It's that loud in the house. So that was great. Uh, do that with your kids. It's really easy to do. Just get a piece of pipe, cut it, balloon, some tape, you're done. Easy little project to engage the kids in for a second off the screens, if that's a necessary thing for you. And it is for me. Bentley and I were definitely playing too much of a video game, this little like grinding game that he's playing, this little brain rot game. Like it's so funny, like the podcast that I listen to and the stuff that we talk about here with these YouTubes and these Roblox games that are rotting our kids' brains. And then the big standout games of the year, or the big standout IP of the year, was this one called Steal a Brain Rot or Italian Brain Rot. There's been many different revisions of it, but it's just like the silliest thing ever. Good morning, Oz. And it literally calls out the fact that it's rotting our kids' brains, essentially. So yeah, and we love those games because they're just silly and they're just goofy as shit. Um, what else is on this page of notes? Let's get to the reading, guys. Piddly crap. I loved that he wrote the words piddly crap and worked that into a reading. That was amazing. You know, the words piddly crap are on a New York Times bestseller list book. Love it. Don't sweat the piddly crap. The mess, the laundry, the grades. Or grades, you could say they're piddly, you could say they're not. Sibling spats, little fights, little arguments, little elbows, little whatever between siblings. It basically goes into like, do you really want, do you want to look back in your older years? And this is where like a David could come in handy, but do you want to be at David's point in life where his kids are all grown, they're often getting married, starting families, that kind of stuff. You want to look back and say, I can't believe how many times, I got on my kids about the laundry. Or are you ever going to look back and be like, yeah, that one time we had that argument and I totally won. Like with your spouse is definitely one where it's like we have all these arguments, we have you put all this effort into this thing, and then whatever the outcome is, it's never good, or it's never like a full win. Someone's hurt, someone's upset, someone didn't win, if that's what it is, a win versus a loss. But you could have stopped, taken a deep breath, gotten into a meditative state for a second, recovered, said, apologized, repaired whatever was going on, and then, pulled out a board game or gone on a walk or appreciated a sunset. Today's Stoic reading was about appreciating, looking up at the sky and appreciating how small we all are, and taking a moment to reflect on the size of the sky, the expansiveness of nature, looking at the globe as a whole from a up in space view, and realizing just how small, like, the problems that weigh us down, or the problems that take up so many hours of our day, truly are, when you look at it against the backdrop of like a beautiful sunset or a nice mountainscape, or whatever it is that's close to you. So, yeah, I got it all. I got through it. I got through the notes. And then the last thing I wanted to share today, there's not enough big enough audience for this, but this little package that I received, what an amazing, like, I don't know if y'all got this stuff, but these little IBAN kind cards are so cool, numbered and signed. You know, these are amazing. I love this stuff from Ben. I have these things. I don't know if anyone's ever seen these, but I have these ones where he drew on a matchbook. Those are some of my favorites. They literally sit right in front of me. I have so much Ben art in front of me. I got these guys next to me. I'm a big Ben fan, you know? Who's a big Ben fan? And then I got this guy came with it too. The big guy. Trying to trying to flatten this one out. When they ship stuff like this, they roll it. They gotta roll it. It's the only way to ship it. I understand it, but I put it in like a weighted, thing. Like I'll put some weights on it. It actually, what I did was, if you guys can see that little tote bag there, it's like a stack of laminated design plans from a designer that I'm working with. There's no, there's no reason she should have wasted that much paper and lamination. There's nothing I'm ever going to do with that. It's just going to sit there forever until the job's done. So stuck this in between some of the pages to like get it weighed down a little bit and get the arc out of it. I probably should just buy a frame. Where would that would be maybe over here? This little blank wall? Dude, it is so hard to point at shit when you're on a reverse camera. Why is that so difficult? Yeah, I hope you got some, Dylan. I'm sure Brofit got some. He's like an I Ben kind super fan. Dude's been in Ben's living room. Like, dude's made Ben a breakfast sandwich and fed it to him probably shirtless. So, yeah, if only there was video of that. If only, people. All right. It was a good show. I like this taking notes thing. Works. Works, right? It works. Not true. I just want to show you guys my note, like see how many times I could show you guys my note page. You can't even confirm or deny that it's today's notes versus that one time. Um, but whatever. You guys trust me. Uh Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Love your kids. Love your wives. Don't forget Mother's Day. I don't know if you were around Oz or Brofit when we said that, but Mother's Day is like in 11 or 12 days. So watch out. Um, post the notes. That's funny. Good stuff, dude. Love it, Dylan. He doesn't always comment, but when he does, um, don't forget Mother's Day, y'all. It is a sneaky, sneaky beast, right? For me, it's like it backs up to our anniversary, right? So I'll always do like these trips where I'm like, can this one just count as Mother's Day and anniversary? Because kind of spent like a grand. Never works. Don't try that shit. Don't try this at home. Um, but yeah, appreciate y'all. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. As always, I'm on X, I'm on Insta, I'm on DMs. You got my phone number. Just hit me up, man. Like if you got anything you want to talk about, anything more we need to go into. Mother's Day is always flower shopping for the garden and hanging plants. I like that. That should be my go-to this year because we did just go to Home Depot. She did point out a bunch of plants. We do have like, this never-ending project in our backyard, weeds on weeds on weeds that like every time I pull the weeds, they come, more seem to come back. It's like if you start plucking or shaving hairs, like they double or whatever it is. I don't know what the math is on hair like that. But if you guys got any weed recommendation? I'm not looking for drugs, people. I'm talking about weeds in a garden. Okay. If you guys got any recommendations on how to get rid of weeds in your garden, that's not what that was. No, no, no. um, then let me know. I should just chat GPT it. Uh, welcome if you got them. Um, I should just chat GPT it. I don't know why I'm not doing that. We talked about doing that with the Home Depot plants and all that stuff. I should just take a picture of my garden, the weeds, and the timer, and I'm sure that little computer friend of mine can figure it out and help me out. But yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you, David. I think I'll go on that. I think I'll just get her a series of plants and plant them over the next week or so, and we'll get that. They do have a little Little torch. That could be fun. It could be a fun father-son project. Hey, do you wanna learn how to I'm pretty sure we're in a fire zone, so I don't think that's a thing that I should be doing. I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt for now. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna take that as a David dad joke that I probably shouldn't follow up on. Although you did have me really interested because I love nothing more than burning stuff. So I am definitely one of those guys that loves to burn stuff, loves to break stuff. I am that guy. So again, as I've said before, thank you all. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, people.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.